One cold winter morning in a big, busy city, there was a boy named Alex. Alex was 9 years old. He lived with his mom, his dad, and his grandma in a tall building. They were on the 10th floor. From their small balcony, Alex could see many cars on the street. He could see other tall buildings. At night, he saw bright lights everywhere. He could also see a small park with some trees, benches, and grass. The city was always loud. There were buses, cars, people talking, and music from shops. Alex liked living in the city, but sometimes he wanted more quiet. He liked animals and nature. One Saturday morning, Alex put on his warm coat, hat, and boots. He went down in the elevator to the small park. Snow was on the ground. It was white and soft. The trees had no leaves. The air was very cold. Alex walked on the path. He kicked the snow with his feet. It made a fun sound. Near a big bench, he saw something under a bush. It was small and moving. Alex went closer. It was a little gray kitten. The kitten was wet from the snow. It was very cold. It made a weak meow sound. Its fur looked dirty. It shivered a lot. Alex looked around the park. No one was there with the kitten, no mother cat, no other people. Alex said in a soft voice, "Hello, little kitten. Are you lost? You look so cold." The kitten looked up at Alex with big green eyes. It tried to stand, but its legs were weak. It fell back down. Alex felt sad. He did not want the kitten to stay cold. He took off his long scarf. The scarf was warm and soft. He wrapped the kitten inside the scarf. He held it close to his chest, inside his coat. The kitten felt the warmth. It stopped shivering a little. It made a small purr sound. Alex walked fast back to the building. He went up in the elevator. He opened the door to the apartment. Grandma was in the kitchen making tea. "Grandma, look what I found in the park," Alex said. He opened his coat. Grandma came close. She saw the small gray kitten in the scarf. "Oh, poor little thing," Grandma said. "It is freezing outside. Bring it in quickly. We will warm it up." They went to the living room. Grandma put a clean towel on the floor near the heater. The heater was warm, but not too hot. Alex put the kitten on the towel. The kitten looked around. It was still weak. Grandma went to the kitchen. She warmed some milk in a small bowl. She put the bowl near the kitten. The kitten smelled the milk. It drank a little, then more. It licked its paws. It looked a bit better. Later, Mom and Dad came home from work. They saw the kitten sleeping on the towel. Dad said, "Alex, this is nice, but we live in an apartment. The building rules say no pets." Mom said, "We can help the kitten now. We will take good care of it until we find its owner or a new home." Alex said, "Okay, I will look after it every day." They made a nice place for the kitten. They found a big cardboard box. They put a soft blanket inside. They put some old newspapers on the bottom. They put the box in Alex's room, near his bed. Alex gave the kitten a name. He called it Snow, because he found it in the snow. Every day after school, Alex came home fast. He fed Snow, first with warm milk, then with soft cat food from the shop. He gave Snow fresh water every day. He played with Snow. He used a piece of string. Snow ran after it. Snow jumped high. Snow rolled on the floor. When Alex petted Snow, Snow made a loud purr. Snow slept on Alex's bed at night. Alex wanted to find if Snow had a home. He made posters with his crayons. He drew a picture of a gray kitten. He wrote, "Found small gray kitten in the park last Saturday. It is friendly and cute. If this is your kitten, please call this number." Dad helped print many copies. Alex and Dad put the posters in the park on trees. They put one on the building door. They put some in the small shop near the park. People looked at the posters. Some said, "What a cute kitten." Some took photos with their phones. But no one called. No one came to say it was their kitten. Weeks went by. Snow grew bigger and stronger. Its gray fur became clean and shiny. Its green eyes looked bright and happy. Snow liked to play more. Snow liked to sit on the balcony and watch the city. One evening, Alex sat on the floor with Snow. Snow slept on his legs. Alex said quietly, "Snow, I love you. I do not want you to go away." Grandma heard him. She came and sat next to Alex. She said, "Alex, you are very kind. You saved Snow from the cold. You fed it. You played with it. But think about Snow. A kitten needs space to run and jump. Our apartment is small. Snow will be happier in a house with a garden." Alex thought for a long time. He felt sad, but he knew Grandma was right. He said, "Okay, I will help find a good home for Snow." The next week, a nice family came to see Snow. They lived in a house outside the city. They had a big garden with grass and flowers. They had 2 other cats who were friendly. The mom and her little daughter looked at Snow. The daughter said, "Mom, look, it is so soft and pretty." Snow walked to the girl. Snow rubbed against her leg. Snow purred. The girl smiled big. Alex watched everything. He saw Snow looked happy with the family. He gave them Snow's favorite string toy. He gave them the soft blanket. He said goodbye to Snow. Snow meowed one time. Alex waved from the door. His eyes had tears, but he smiled. After that, Alex visited Snow sometimes. He took the bus to the family's house. He played with Snow in the garden. Snow ran fast on the grass. Snow jumped on low walls. Snow climbed small trees. The little girl always said, "Thank you, Alex. You saved my best friend." Alex went back to the small park often. In winter, he put food for birds. In spring, he picked up plastic and rubbish from the grass. He told his friends at school, "If you see an animal alone and cold, help it. It makes you feel good inside." The city stayed big and loud. Cars still drove fast. Lights still shone at night. But Alex felt different now. He had a warm feeling in his heart. He knew one small gray kitten changed him. He learned to be kind, even in a noisy city. At night, Alex sometimes stood on the balcony. He looked at the city lights. He thought about Snow running in the garden. He smiled to himself. One cold morning in the park started it all. The end.